we're going to go through here now, because through here there's lots of commercial exhibitions, lots of stands. Yesterday we found some whiskey, and you know what? They didn't give me any whiskey, which I thought was rather mean. Let's see if we can come. So if we just turn to the left. Look to the left now. That's Jacob Rees-Mogg of this parish. He's talking to a fringe meeting. He's talking about campaigning. So we won't interrupt them. And over here, let's go to this tractor here. Now, let's see if we can get on this tractor. Do you think they're going to let me on the tractor? I don't think they will. So look. This is to appeal to the farmers' vote.
Hello.
Is this for the farmers' vote? What are you doing here?
National Farmers Union.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is a trade union the Tories like.
We're not a conventional trade union.
Right.
We're actually an employers' association. But yes, the Tories do like the farmers and the National Farmers Union.
And do farmers still vote Tory?
You'll have to go and ask them directly that question, I think. But we had a fringe event last night where we had a pollster give a bit of an update on how the election had panned out in rural constituencies, and clearly there was quite a significant drop-off of the Tory vote in a lot of rural constituencies.
And this is a British. This is all British products.
Absolutely, 100%. We've got everything. We just had Tom Tugendhat on stand, having a little bit of Kent pear juice from his constituency, which he was very delighted to see. But absolutely, all British food. We've got a massive focus on tractor here.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of an example of the sort of things farmers are doing, growing crops, looking after the environment.
Very good. Can I go in your tractor? Right, we're going to go in this tractor. This will be a first for me. I've never been in a tractor before. So let's see. Will I clamber in? I'm not going to break it, am I, or do anything?
Yeah, you're very welcome to. We've
had
lots of MPs clambering in all conferences.
Right, of course we have. So here we go. A first for Andrew Pierce in my journalistic career. I'm going to clamber into this tractor. Look at that. Now, how about that? What do you reckon about that? You like that? Very good, very good. So, I don't think I'm cut out for it. Don't think it's for me, really. I haven't driven a car for 20 years, so let alone driving a tractor.
You might find that a little bit,
very daunting.
A little bit testing.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes,
let's carry on.
Oh.
We'll keep going. We're going to keep talking and walking. That's the Tory conference. What's going on here? Have we got one of the candidates is here? It's Tom Tugendhat. Yeah, so this is Tom Tugendhat. He's visiting the National Grid. Can we see Tom Tugendhat? So it's Tom Tugendhat.
Freelance journalist in Beirut in the late 90s. What you really need is a Scalextrics.
Exactly.
And we got all the best stories from that. That corner's a bit. That's me. Take it.
Did you have a Scalextrics as a child, Tom?
Andrew, I had a Scalextrics when I was a freelance journalist in Beirut in the 90s. And me and my mates would sit around in the evenings and play Scalextrics. And obviously get the best stories by inviting Lebanese politicians round to play Scalextrics.
What a clever way to get a story. That's Tom Tugendhat. Tom, one of our leadership contenders, playing Scalextrics. You're never too old to play Scalextrics, that's my view. Now let's switch. Should we go this way? Keep going. Have we lost? Right, we've walked into another dead end. I'm pretty good at going into dead ends. So let's keep walking this way. So that was Tom Tugendhat playing Scalextrics. I played Scalextrics as a child, but I wasn't very good at it.
I have to say, it's pretty bloomin' busy. It doesn't really match up with some of the reports we've been reading this morning that this is a thinner conference. I think to some extent there are fewer lobbyists here. Obviously there are. This is now a party in opposition. It's going to be 5 years before this party can get back into government, in all likelihood, and they might not even then. But clearly there are party members here who've bought their tickets when this party was in government, and there are some exhibition stalls as well. I'd say a few fewer than at the Labour Party conference, but just as interesting. And what is most interesting, perhaps, is the party candidates, those leadership candidates. They have their stalls. One of the most exciting has been that of Tom Tugendhat. Now, he's a bit of an outsider in the race, but he's got some pretty fun campaign goodies. Guys, can you tell me what are the best puns that the Tom Tugendhat merch stand has?
We've got Tom Tats, which we can do one for you if you want, Tom. We've had Tugendtan, which is unfortunately all gone. In our hack boxes we had Tugend Boost. We've got the Tugend Totes for our friends who want to be a Tugend Tote. We've got the Tugend Tarts as well over there.
Do you know what? Can I have a Tugend Tart? A Tom Tugend Tart? Now, this is always dangerous to do on live television. To eat. Do you know what? I might take one bite. Do you know? Hold this for me for a second. Emily, I'm gonna have a Tugendhat for you. There's no shortage of puns here at the Tom Tugendhat stall. Oh no. I don't know quite why I did this because it is my job to talk. So I'm going to actually let someone else do some talking because you've got some tattoos there.
We have. Would you like one, Tom?
Would you like one? Let's do a tattoo. Where shall I get this tattoo? On my arm?
On your hand, on your arm.
Great, let's do my hand. Okay, so this is a tattoo of a heart, sort of a classic tattoo, sort of that I might get if I were rather a bit harder than I am. Who's been getting these tattoos? I saw Anne-Marie Trevelyan had one earlier.
Anne-Marie Trevelyan, a fair few journalists have had them as well. A lot of our team have had them. Some of our team have got them on their legs, and the necks. They're just everywhere, really.
And you have big waggling fingers as well, these big foam fingers. Have you got any here?
I think we do. It's by my leg. It's by me, Sam. There.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that is tremendous stuff. Here we go. We're having
the big unveiling.
This is the moment of truth. Wow! Look at that. There we go. That is a Tom Tugendhat. And of course, I might sign off for you, Emily, with a waggling finger, if I can grab that. Look at that. I mean, what more do you want at a Conservative Party conference than tattoos, tarts, and even waggling fingers?
So I've got to tell you, this isn't the most widely attended Tory Party conference I've seen, but look who I've just bumped into. None other than Lord McLoughlin, former chairman of the Tory Party, former Transport Secretary. Lord McLoughlin, you've been coming to Tory conferences for a long time. Where is everybody?
I think there's quite a few people around. There's.
You're putting a bit of a gloss on it.
Look, we've just gone through a terrible election defeat. There is not the interest in the Conservative Party that there was a few years ago. So we've got to build ourselves, learn some of the lessons, and get ourselves in a better shape.
Do you think anyone's listening to the Tory Party at all at the moment? Anyone's listening to the Tory Party at all?
Yes, they are listening. Are we sufficiently important at the moment? No, not until we've got a new leader. And rather than them listening to us, we need to listen to people.
Now, you're a former Tory chairman. Who are you backing for the leadership? Because I don't think you're going to have a no view on this, Lord.
I am having a no view on it.
You're being diplomatic.
I did support a candidate, but Mel got knocked out in the very early stages.
He was so boring. He was never going to win.
No, Mel had done things before he got into Parliament.
Yeah.
He'd built a big business.
Yeah.
He'd been successful. He'd been a very successful, I think, cabinet minister.
Right.
So I'm very sorry that he's not in the final four, but he's not. This will be a party vote. I will use my vote when I see who the final two candidates are.
Any hunch about who might win?
No. I don't think anybody has they?
And can I ask you, is it true the Tory party MPs are the most duplicitous electorate in Western Europe? They tell you one thing and they tell everybody else who they're supporting. I mean, it is a problem, isn't it?
Well, it's that has been laid at many a Tory member, and there are certain people who I do know who have pledged allegiance to several candidates at the same time. So that's why I'm saying nothing about who I'm voting. But I've got to vote as a party member, like all other party members.
All right, Lord McLoughlin, very nice to talk to you. Enjoy
Thank
the
you.
conference.
Cheers.
We'll carry on walking out. We're going to carry on walking this way. We're going this way now to the... we're walking around here. I'm tempted to go and see if I can have some of that whiskey, but it's not exactly my tipple. What's this whiskey for?
A company called Strega decarbonised whiskey using hydrogen. So
This is whiskey, which is Tell us about the whiskey.
the whiskey is made with hydrogen, so it's decarbonised. Using green electricity, make the whiskey by splitting water into hydrogen, oxygen, decarbonise, make this lovely stuff here. Yeah.
Is it legal?
If you're over 18, yes.
Over 18. And does it give you a terrible hangover if you drink too much of it?
Yeah, I couldn't say. I've only had a small dram, so not in measured quantities yet.
Is it more expensive than the other stuff?
I don't believe so. No. Competitive prices. Yeah.
And is it made in Scotland?
It is made in Scotland. It has to be, otherwise it's not. Of course. Yeah.
All right. Good luck with it. Whiskey with hydrogen in. Let's keep walking. You notice they didn't give me a free bottle. Hello, gentlemen. How are you enjoying your conference? With GB News.
Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, we do.
Do you watch GB News?
I do watch.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you watch it every day?
Yeah.
What's your favourite programme?
Your program. I watch your
very
program.
good.
And that lady, I keep on forgetting her name.
Beverly Turner. Yes, exactly. So is that your favourite programme?
I mean, we are getting used to it. You know.
Okay.
And also watch it most on X when you guys appear on those little snippets or people put
Right,
other observation. And it's. I mean, I find both. You know, whenever I've got time, I do watch it.
And tell me, have you been coming to Tory conference for a long time?
That's my third one. He's, I think,
My first one.
Your first one?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh yeah,
Enjoying a lot.
What are you enjoying about it?
It's a environment, you know, the turnout. I thought Conservatives only older generation. I can see lots of younger generation.
No, that's
So,
true. You know,
very
we've got more
impressive.
younger people this time around.
And who do you want to be the next Tory leader?
Oh, if I say it, you will appear. I don't know. I've got a couple of them. I don't mind James or Tom.
James or Tom? What about you, sir?
Same. I think James or Robert Jenrick.
All right, well, very good to talk to you. Enjoy your conference. Lovely to see you.
What's your program? Newsnight as well.
Oh, okay, very good. But stay with GB News. That's the main one. That's very good. So here we are at the Tory Party conference. Let's find out. We've got some young people here. People say the Tory Party is dying on its feet. How old are you, sir?
I am 20.
20. How old are you, sir?
22.
22.
Yeah.
Is this your first conference?
Yes, my very first one. I've been a party member for just over a year.
Right. And what about you, sir?
This is my third conference.
Third conference.
Yeah.
Have you decided Have you decided who's going to be the next leader?
Yes, Tom Tugendhat.
Same question to you.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why Tom Tugendhat?
He's a man of honesty and integrity, and his years of service in the military will prove that he's got what it takes to lead us into the next government and be the next Prime Minister.
There we are. Vote for Tom Tugendhat. Okay, lovely to talk to you. Look, we're at Tom Tugendhat's stand here. But we can say to Tom, look, what can we get at Tom Tugendhat's stand? Look, here we are, Tom Tugendhat's stand. For Keir's tears. For Keir's tears if Tom is elected. Well, I think that's pretty good, because most of this stuff is tack, to be honest. It's they call it merch, but I think the Tugendhat stand probably wins the most. TCM. And then we've also got sweets, and he's also got, has he got his own newspaper? Have you got your own newspaper here? Yeah. What's it called? It's called the Daily Tugendhat. But where is the biggest selling virtue here? Where is the fake tan? You've sold out a fake tan? Not even one bottle? Come on. Tom Tugendhat has on his stand fake tan. Exactly. I don't think politicians should ever talk about fakery, really, do you? But there we are.
But I'm standing in the middle of the hall of what many people have been saying is a rather flat Conservative Party conference. I don't feel that it's particularly flat at the moment. In fact, comparing this conference to the Labour Party conference, it's almost like we've gone Alice through the looking glass. You wouldn't have expected the party that had crashed down to 121 MPs, the lowest number in their history. You wouldn't expect that party to actually be rather upbeat, but perhaps one of the reasons why this party is a little bit upbeat is there is an active leadership party election. Hello, I'm asking about the mood of the election, the mood of the conference. Upbeat, downbeat, flat?
Upbeat, I think.
Why is it upbeat?
I think we're all inspired by these new people.
Are you backing anyone in particular?
Not at the moment.
Oh, there we go.
I'm keeping my choice close to my chest.
Plenty of floating voters, thank you very much indeed. But some people who aren't floating voters are the James Cleverly stand. They're over here with some bits and bobs. Well, what's this sort of? I'm a Cleverly fan. Is that a clever pun?
It is. It's a great fan. Look, it's a great fan.
And you can make rapturous applause with it. Fantastic stuff. What else do we have? Caffeinate with Cleverly. There we go. We love seeing and no leaks here. Of course, that sounds like a promise. A power bank saying power to our members. Fantastic stuff there. We love all of the freebies that are being moved around at this conference. But perhaps that's one of the reasons why this conference feels like there's something alive about it. It's actually kind of a struggle to walk through all the various members who are here, and indeed the occasional member of Parliament. Yes, there are still some members of Parliament. But I want to take you through to another stall for another candidate. Indeed, Tom Tugendhat has been one of the most prolific candidates at this conference with regard to his bits and bobs, the freebies that he's given out. Honestly, he's been giving away so many freebies, I'm surprised that Keir Starmer hasn't made it here. So we're going to sorry about this, can I just squeeze through? I'm just running around because I know we're short on time, but we're getting to this stall. They have separated the candidate stalls to be pretty much as far away from one another as possible, perhaps to stop all the fighting. It looks like you've run out of stuff. Has everyone just taken it?
Yeah, it's all very popular, so we'll sort out for today.
What are your favourite bits of freebies that you've been giving away?
The water bottle, the badges, the tats. Yeah, we've got a big range of merchandise.
Now, can I be cheeky? Do you have any Tom Tugendhat hats left?
We're all out of stock for today.
All out of stock. See, Martin, you've got to get an earlier show. I promised you some merch, and I'm afraid we've come up empty, but I can tell you that Tom Tugendhat has had a big range of puntastic merchandise that has been given away. Tom Tugendhats, I ate one earlier on the programme, and equally Tom Tugendhats, Tom Tugendhats, yes, tattoos. Would you imagine that members of the Conservative Party had been receiving tattoos? Well, that is... Oh, well, have a look at that. Well, what a way to pass back to you, Martin. There's a Tom Tugendhat for you. Tremendous stuff.
Oh, yes, I'm here at the Jenrick for Leader event. Robert Jenrick is the favourite candidate in the race at the moment. I think he'll be feeling secretly pretty gleeful that this has happened to Kemi Badenoch. As you say, Isabel, it's a bit of a mystery over why Kemi Badenoch is saying that her views were misrepresented. You can hear the interview yourself there, and it does very much sound as though she is saying that maternity pay has become excessive. Her argument is what she was talking about was the general regulatory burden which is placed on businesses, particularly small businesses. And she pointed out that small businesses in the UK are having to close down because they simply cannot deal with the regulatory burden. And she suggested perhaps that some of that was maternity leave. But it was a very, very confused message, because what was actually being asked about, what the interviewer was asking about, was statutory maternity pay, which is not paid by companies but by the taxpayer. And Kemi Badenoch suggested that it had gone too far because it was a case of giving money from one group of workers, taking from one group of people and giving that money to another. Again, that's quite a confused message, because actually the only people who are entitled to maternity pay are women who are working already. So it's a really, really confused interview, and it could turn out to be catastrophic for Kemi Badenoch. A month or two ago, she was very much seen as the favourite for the Tory leader, but Robert Jenrick did a better job in the earlier days of this campaign of getting his colleagues on side, Conservative MPs. In fact, Kemi Badenoch took most of August completely off campaigning. As a result, Robert Jenrick, I'm here at the event, you can see, well, people have just gone into the theatre behind us where he's about to speak. He's very popular, he's in first place. Kemi Badenoch currently in second place, but it could be that over the next couple of weeks, the Tom Tugendhat vote and the James Cleverly vote, those two men come from a similar wing of the party, ends up all folding together into one, and between them that vote could end up leapfrogging Kemi Badenoch. So we could end up in a situation where Robert Jenrick and either Tom Tugendhat or James Cleverly are on the final ballot paper to go to members, and Kemi Badenoch could be squeezed out altogether.
I have to say, Nana, you might notice I'm no longer on the stand. I've travelled a long, long way. I actually haven't travelled that long away at all. This is about 3 feet away from where our stand is. Why? Because I've come to the stand of James Cleverly. He, of course, is in the vying to be the next Conservative Party leader, joint third place amongst MPs as things stand. But he's had a boost to his campaign today. The former Member of Parliament for Sutton and Cheam, Paul Scully, former London Minister, viewers might recognise, he has declared for James Cleverly. And I'm delighted to say that Paul Scully joins me now. Paul, why have you backed Team Cleverly?
Hi, Tom. Well, look, I think James, I've looked at the race over the last few weeks, and James, to me, speaks to the widest group of people, not just the members, but the floating voters, the people that we need if we are actually going to bounce out of opposition back into government anytime soon. And that's really, really important. You shouldn't underestimate the guy for being nice, the way he can communicate, get complicated ideas across clearly, but he's a doer as well. He can get stuff done, and that's what I think the members and the public will respond to.
You're a former London minister. James is a former London deputy mayor. Is this all a bit too London?
No, I think, look, he represents a seat, albeit in the southeast, but he's travelled the country when he was chairman of the party, so he knows every part of and corner of our country. He's reached out there. But importantly, with London, though, of course, there's 9 million people, all with different aspirations, all with different viewpoints, all with different backgrounds. So it's an interesting melting pot to have grown up and learnt your political teeth to then transfer that to the rest of the country.
Now, of course, he's in third place as things stand. Only the final 2 get through to the membership vote. Can he still win this?
Yeah, because it's up to MPs now to look at not just who's going to be popular in a month's time, but who's going to take us on that journey. Labour Party, we can see them floundering. Doesn't mean everyone just suddenly turns to us. We're at the foothills of our recovery. They've got to look to people like James to say, who is it out of those 4 are going to do that job of continuing on that road to recovery? James can do that.
What's your betting? Who's going to be in the final 2?
Well, I think James has got a really good opportunity, and I don't know who that other person will be. It could be any one of the 4, frankly. It's quite an open race.
No, I think it is a very open race. What else is open is the stall behind you.
Absolutely.
What on earth is going on with this spinning wheel?
Well, look, everyone's got their merch, and you can be licking candidates' faces on lollipops. You can have wagging fingers. But what they're doing here, they've got the spinning wheel. You can win a prize, T-shirts or things. Or what I did earlier on, something that's really practical. Actually, it's a phone charger. Anyone that's stood in a conference for days on end knows that these things come in really handy. And of course, power to our members, because James understands how we need to make sure we revitalise the party membership up.
Are these not from all of the candidates various bribes and trinkets to buy support?
Let's just call them aid memoirs. They are there to remain relevant. What I found really exciting about this conference, it could have been a real graveyard after the result that we had earlier on in this year. But actually, the leadership has been the forefront of people's minds, and actually, people have been vying around, talking about it, debating about which candidate they want in a really pragmatic, positive way. So that's been really interesting for me. I think the merch is just a bit of fun.
With all the freebies on offer, I'm frankly surprised Keir Starmer hasn't turned up to try and grab some.
These glasses do not say James Cleverly. These are my very own glasses.
And you paid for them yourself?
I did indeed.
Well, shall we have a go at spinning this wheel?
Come on in. Let's get in. Actually, you should spin this, shouldn't you?
Should I? Okay.
Go on. So ready to go.
Right. I was about to pass my microphone over to the wheel, but no, there we go.
What have you got?
I've got a tote bag. Okay. Marvellous. That's the big question. Is the prize available, or have they been...
Oh, there you go. See, this is what happens.
We've been absolutely run off our feet because we've got probably the funniest merch, we've got the wittiest merch, and the most useful as well. Because this is a boiling...
Talk me through 3 bits of funny merch.
Key stuff. This is for you're in the hall, you're getting a bit warm, you fold it into a fan. Where are my props? And then, right, you're absolutely
and
exhausted.
It cools you down, and James is fantastic.
Thank you.
And it says I'm a Cleverly fan on it.
Flume, if you want to get on the lug flume in Thorpe Park, hay core caps, and even the Swifty.
Even the Swifty bracelets. Well, there you go. That's everything at the James Cleverly stall.